We've all heard about the rising sea levels, the wildfires, and the record-breaking heat waves. But what if I told you the biggest impact of climate change isn't just on the environment? It's happening inside our minds. Eco-anxiety. It's the silent crisis of our generation, a chronic fear of environmental doom. And it's not just some abstract idea, millions of people are feeling it right now. Let's dive into the facts, the stories, and what we can do about it. What is eco-anxiety? Eco-anxiety is the overwhelming sense of worry, fear, or helplessness about climate change and its impact on our future. And it's not just affecting a few people, it's everywhere. In 2020, the American Psychiatric Association found that more than 2/3 of adults in the US reported feeling anxious about climate change. And in 2021, Google searches for the term climate anxiety skyrocketed by 565%. People are worried, and they have every reason to be. Who's feeling it the most? While eco-anxiety can affect anyone, younger generations are feeling the weight the hardest. Imagine growing up hearing that the planet you call home might not be habitable for future generations. That's the reality for millions of young people. Research from the American Psychiatric Association in 2023 found that younger individuals, aged 18 to 34, are twice as likely as older adults to report mental health concerns related to climate change. For them, this crisis isn't distant, it's personal. And it's not just about worry. Many young people feel angry at the lack of action by those in power. It's this anger, combined with fear, that fuels a lot of today's environmental movements. Eco-anxiety isn't just a feeling, it's a lived experience for many. In Australia, where temperatures have risen by 1.4 degrees Celsius since the 1970s, 1 in 5 men reports severe stress and insomnia linked to climate fears. And for communities hit by hurricanes, wildfires, or floods, the mental health toll can be devastating. Research from the World Health Organization in 2024 showed that survivors of climate-related disasters are at a much higher risk of PTSD, depression, and even aggression. How climate change affects mental health globally. But eco-anxiety isn't just about the future, it's about the here and now. Studies have shown that extreme heat waves, like the ones hitting Europe and North America, are linked to higher suicide rates. In fact, prolonged heat can even increase aggression in communities. The mental health impacts of heat are well documented. A landmark study published in Nature Climate Change in 2018 analyzed over 60 years of data from 60 countries, revealing that for every 1 degree Celsius increase in monthly average temperature, suicide rates rose by 0.7% in the United States and 2.1% in Mexico. This finding highlights how even small increases in temperature can have significant impacts on mental health. But it doesn't stop there. Heat waves are not just uncomfortable. They can trigger behavioral changes that impact entire communities. In 2024, researchers at Johns Hopkins University confirmed that prolonged exposure to extreme heat correlates with a noticeable rise in aggression, interpersonal conflicts, and even violent crime. This study reviewed crime data from heat-stricken cities and found a direct link between soaring temperatures and increased reports of domestic violence, assaults, and other aggressive behaviors. It's a phenomenon known as the heat-aggression link. When temperatures rise, our bodies experience higher levels of stress, and this stress can influence our behavior, sometimes leading to harmful outcomes. Additionally, a 2021 study published in The Lancet Planetary Health estimated that climate change could lead to an additional 9,000 suicides per year in the United States and Mexico combined by 2050 if global temperatures continue to rise at their current pace. These findings show how climate change doesn't just affect our environment, it deeply impacts our emotional well-being. So when we think about climate change, it's not just about polar bears or rising sea levels. It's about the mental health of individuals and communities, struggling to cope with the heat and its far-reaching consequences. What can we do about it? So how do we deal with this silent crisis? The good news is there are steps we can take to fight eco-anxiety. First, talk about it. Recognizing that these feelings are valid is the first step. Second, take action. Whether it's reducing your carbon footprint or joining environmental groups, taking proactive steps can make you feel empowered. And finally, don't forget mental health support. Therapy, mindfulness, and building strong social connections can make a world of difference. The climate crisis is real, but so is our ability to adapt, to act, and to heal. Eco-anxiety doesn't have to paralyze us. It can be the spark that drives us to create a better world. Together, we can turn this silent crisis into a powerful movement for change.